Hello everyone, how are you doing? It's been a long time. First, I'd like to say Happy Eid, Happy Ramadan. Of course, we had very few classes in Ramadan, so Happy Eid, okay? I'm very sorry for not coming back to you after lesson 1 of Unit 7. I had some family issues. I lost my dad. Anyway, some of you know that. Okay. Now that we are here again, so we will continue. So remember, we started Unit 7 and we had our first lesson. It was about vocabulary and functions. We learned some means and forms of entertainment, vocabulary of TV programs and some movies. We had some exercises and there was some dialogues and so on. Okay. Now in today's lesson we will definitely deal with lesson number 2, and it's going to be this time about grammar. Okay. The grammar of Unit 7, as you all know, and you can see that on the book. Okay, it is about the present continuous. Okay, so let's begin. As usual, we probably like to start with the warm-up, or this time let's make it a review. Okay, so I called my review name, and I'd like you to name a few things. So take a piece of paper and you get 3 minutes. I would like you to name 3 places of entertainment. And by the way, we saw that last time in lesson number 1, okay, of Unit 7. I'd like you to name also 3 types of movies. When I say types, you can also think about the genre, the movie genre. And finally, I'd like you to name 3 TV programs. Okay? So take your time, take a piece of paper. You get 3 minutes. Okay? I'll come back to you after that time. Right. Now, I'm sure you may come up with different examples for the 3 questions. So let me share with you my own ideas. For the 3 places of entertainment, I have thought of cinema, club, zoo, and the list goes on. Okay. For the 3 types of movies, I have thought about romantic films, comedy films, and action films, etc. And for the last question, 3 TV programs, I've thought about documentary, game show, weather, so on and so forth. So as you can see, all these things, we saw them in lesson number 1 in the vocabulary part. Okay? Very good. You can still send me your answers if you have different ideas, of course. Now, moving on to the main part of our lesson, okay, there is some vocabulary items which I would like you to learn, and these vocabulary items will help you answer the questions and deal with the reading better. Okay, take a look here. What's this? You can also already see the name on this. So yeah, good. This is a postcard, what we call in French une carte postale. Okay, a postcard, something you can write letters on and send. That was in the past, remember, before we had emails and so on. Okay, next thing, take a look at this second picture. So what you can see here, this is, by the way, it is in Jamalfna, that's in Marrakesh. You know the place, of course. And here you can see these people, okay? They're standing on the shoulders, and okay, we call that acrobatic exercises. They're acrobats, or they are doing acrobatic exercises. Oh, good. Next picture. Yeah, there's a man. Okay, and here, look here. Yes, this is a snake. It's a very big snake. What is the man doing? He's holding a flute and he's playing music. So the snake is dancing. Very good. Okay, this is what we call and we have them charmers. Okay, they are snake charmers. And the last picture. Oh, you can see this, of course. You know what these people are. So these are Gnawa. Okay, and in a moment you will hear some of their music. Enjoy the music. I'll come back to you after a moment.
والي بابا ميمون ناوي سيدي ميمون ناوي يا سيدي على بابا ميمون ناوي ناوي ها هو جو ناوي جاي يدعدع شاشي يا من لودع لولي فيها تيصدع ناوي سيد الرجال ناوي مشى للسودان هادي مقناوية تاكل اللحم خضر تاكل البرانية ناوي يا سيدي على بابا ميمون.
Okay, good. So I know you love the music. I know you enjoy it, but Gnawa music, and you will have a lot of videos you can watch. Okay, very good. So let's repeat the words before we move on to the next part of our lesson. A postcard, acrobatic exercises, Gnawa music. Okay, good. Now let us move on with make sure you write this vocabulary, please. Postcard, acrobatic exercises, etc. Write it on a paper. You can look at it if you need it. Okay, good. Have a look here. So we will take some time to read these motivations questions. Right, so the first question is, who is the postcard from? Number 2, who is the postcard to? Number 3, where are Paul and Laura? So who is the postcard from? That means who is the sender? Who is the postcard to? Who is the receiver? And where are Paul and Laura? Anyway, I mean, all these motivation questions, 1, 2, and 3, you find the answers on the postcard on page 61. So take some time to open your books, focus, of course, to page 61, and start reading the postcard before we give you the answers. Okay, take some time, let's say 2 minutes. I think it's enough. Right, now time's up. Okay, now remember the 3 questions, and I'm sure when you have read the postcard on page 61, you can definitely find the answers to questions 1, 2, and 3. Question number 1, who is the postcard from? So it's, let's see the answer. The postcard is from Paul and Laura. You have it at the bottom, okay, at the end of the letter or at the end of the postcard. Who is the postcard to? Question number 2. The answer is, it is to Jim and Joyce. That's at the beginning, on the top, okay? On the top of the postcard, you have Dear Jim and Joyce. So, and number 3, Paul and Laura, where are they? So they are in Marrakesh. And you find that in the first line of the letter. Dear Jim and Joyce, Marrakesh is fantastic. So it means that they are in Marrakesh. Okay? Good. Now, that is the postcard you have just taken some time to read. Okay. We will try this time to read the postcard another time. So you read it once for the 3 questions. Now, we will read it a second time to try and do this activity, which is true and false. Okay. Anyway, don't worry. I will take you back to the postcard, but first let's try and read the 4 statements. 1. Jim and Laura are walking in Jamalfna. 2. Some children are not dancing. 3. A clown is playing with snakes. 4. Jim and Joyce are enjoying the show. Enjoying it means they're happy. They like the show. Okay, so I may read them another time. Jim and Laura are walking in Jamalfna. Some children are not dancing. A clown is playing with snakes. Jim and Joyce are enjoying the show. Okay, I'm taking you back to the postcard. So take 5 minutes and do the statements. So you can always pause the video to write down the statements. Okay, and try to answer that by reading the postcard. Okay, I'll come back to you after 5 minutes. Right, now the 5 minutes are over. Okay, before we look at the questions and try to answer that, let's again try and read the postcard together. Dear Jim and Joyce, Marrakesh is fantastic. We are walking in Jamalfna. Many things are happening. We love Gnawa. They are dancing and playing good music. Some children are doing acrobatic exercises. They are standing on their friends' shoulders. A man is playing with very big snakes. We are enjoying everything in Marrakesh. It's a pity you aren't with us. Paul and Laura. Okay, good. Now, the answer to these questions. Number 1, Jim and Laura are walking in Jamalfna. Is that true or false? So it's false. It's Paul and Laura. Paul, not Jim. Paul and Laura who are walking in Jamalfna. Jim and Joyce are in Australia. Okay? Number 2, some children are not dancing. So it's right, it's true. They are doing acrobatic exercises. They are not dancing. They are not dancing. They are doing acrobatic exercises. Number 3, a clown is playing with snakes. A clown. Do we have a clown in the text? Of course, no. So we have a man. It's false. The answer to this question is false. A man is playing with snakes. A man is playing with snakes. And the last statement, Jim and Joyce are enjoying the show. So again, this is a right. It's false. Paul and Laura are enjoying the show because it's Paul and Laura who are in Marrakesh, not Jim and Joyce. Okay, so this is the second exercise. Okay, now we are going to get or move on to discussing a bit of grammar. Okay, take some time to read silently the postcard again, or the letter. Right, so as you can see on this postcard, I've highlighted some verbs or some words in red. Okay, so you can here read some verbs which are in red color. I made them red. Are walking, are happening, are dancing and playing, are doing, are standing, is playing, are enjoying. So why do you think I did this? Why do you think I made all these words in red? Because they are very important, yes, okay, and because that's the grammar lesson we'll be studying today, or we'll be studying in this lesson, okay? So these are all verbs. The verb walk, happen, dance, play, do, stand, play, and enjoy. And you can see that we have the verb to be, are, is, okay? And then we have ing, which means this is the present continuous. Okay, that's the present continuous. We also call it the present progressive. Right. Now, before we go on discussing more about the present continuous, I will let you watch this short video, at least part of it, okay? And we'll come back to discussion after.
They're so busy, yes they are, busy fixing their old car and talking side by side.
Hi, what are you doing?
I'm fixing my sink.
What's Bob doing?
He's fixing his car.
What's Mary doing?
She's cleaning her room.
What are you doing?
We're cleaning our apartment.
What are your children doing?
They're doing their homework.
Okay, good. Now we'll try and watch this another time.
They're so busy, yes they are, busy fixing their old car and talking side by side.
Hi, what are you doing?
I'm fixing my sink.
What's Bob doing?
He's fixing his car.
What's Mary doing?
She's cleaning her room.
What are you doing?
We're cleaning our apartment.
What are your children doing?
They're doing their homework.
Are you busy?
Yes, I am. I'm washing my hair.
Is Roger busy?
Yes, he is. He's cleaning his kitchen.
Is Julie busy?
Yes, she is. She's fixing her bicycle.
Swing it, down and out, double arm. We'll do this 4 times.
Are you busy?
Now reach and pull.
Yes, we are. We're doing our exercises.
Diagonally up. Yeah.
Are Tom and Susan busy?
Yes, they are. They're painting their garage.
Okay, right. Now let's move on. In this video, it's about actions. It's about doing things now. Doing things now means doing things at the moment. Okay? Now, the present continuous is about actions that happen at the time of speaking. That is, when we do an action and we say it or we communicate what we are doing, we use the present continuous. Okay? Now, we'll study more in the following slides. Take a look at these different actions. Good. Now the actions are watch TV, walk, listen to the radio, play the piano, wait for the bus, run, play volleyball, do homework, read, sleep, repair the car, go to school. Okay, we will take a look at a number of slides, okay, illustrating some of these actions. Take a look at the first one. The question is, what is Ben doing? What is Ben doing? So this is Ben. What is Ben doing? Is Ben watching TV, running, playing the violin, playing football, volleyball, going to school, or repairing the car? Of course, from the picture you can see that he, Ben, is playing football. The verb is to play and it's in the present continuous. He is playing football. Good. Let's move on to the next slide. What are Lucy and Roy doing? Are Lucy and Roy doing the homework, walking and talking, playing volleyball, listening to the radio, playing the piano, or waiting for the bus? So from the picture it's clear again, they, Lucy and Roy, they are playing volleyball. They are playing volleyball. Very good. Let's move on to the next slide. What is Mr. White doing? This is Mr. White. Okay, you see here. Mr. White, what is he doing? And then you have the different actions. Right. So Mr. White is he playing volleyball? Of course no. Is he listening to the radio? Definitely not. Is he playing the piano? Not really, there's no piano. Is he waiting for the bus? Also no, there is no bus. Is he watching TV? Not really, there's no TV. Is he running? Yes, he is. He is running. What is Mr. White doing? He is running. Next, Mandy. What is Mandy doing? You have again the choices. So she, Mandy, is from the list. You can definitely say that she is reading. She is reading. The verb is to read. She is reading. She's reading a book, or she's reading a story or a text or a dialogue. Okay? Good. You may pause the video again and move back to the previous slides, or just pause and answer before you hear the answer I give. Right. What is Rick doing? Again, we have the different things. So Rick is, look at him, he's thinking about something. So he is doing his homework. He's doing his exercises. Son devoir. Okay? He's doing his homework. Next, what is Mr. Benson? This is Mr. Benson doing. And then you have the different things. So he, Mr. Benson, he is waiting for the bus, watching TV, reading, running, playing the violin. Definitely, so he is playing the violin. The violin. Okay? Last thing, I guess. Jane and Mary. These are Jane and Mary. So what are Jane and Mary doing? different things. So they, it's easy. So you have a radio here. They're listening to the radio. They're listening to music. They're listening to the radio, or they're listening to music. The same answer. Okay, and I guess this is the last slide of the practice. What is Mr. Black? You see, he's dressed in black. So what is Mr. Black doing? We have a car here. So Mr. Black, he is definitely he's repairing the car. Repair, the verb is to repair. He's repairing the car. Okay, he's repairing the car, or he's fixing the car. That's also correct. Let's move on. Okay, windy. I'm afraid there are just a few more slides that we have to deal with. So windy, and we have a piano here. So what is Windy doing? Remember all the questions we have asked so far, they begin with this. What is X doing? What are X and Y doing? Okay? So she is, that's easy, she's playing the piano. She's playing the piano. What is Windy doing? She is playing the piano. Okay, and what are they doing? What are they doing? Jack, Pluto, Mandy, Alice, and Ben. Jack is playing football. Mandy is rollerblading. Ben and Alice are watching TV, exact, okay. And Pluto is running. Good. After that we have few more exercises. So what are they doing? Roy, look at Roy, Mrs. Bell, Joe, and Mr. Foster. Okay, take some time to think about what they're doing. Good. So Mrs. Bell is talking on the phone. She's speaking on the phone. She's talking on the phone. And Joe is skiing. Yeah, look at here. He's skiing on the snow. Then we have Roy and Mr. Foster. So Roy is studying. You can also say Roy is reading, yeah, or studying. And Mr. Foster is fishing. Look here. Mr. Foster is fishing. There are only now, I guess, 2 more exercises, and then we will finish our grammar lesson for today. So this exercise, it's easy. You put is, or are. And we have the verbs already in the continuous, okay? So listening, playing, writing, waiting, reading, working, and cooking. It's easy. So you put is, or am, or are. The verb to be, you know it, of course. Before I give you the answers, I would like you to pause the video. Please pause it. Get a paper and a pen and write down the answers yourself. When you finish, you can click the video to check the answers. So number 1, I am listening to the teacher. 2, Sam is, he, okay, is playing with a toy car. Julie and Anne, remember we have Julie and Anne, so they are writing a note to Fred. My dog, which pronoun it's here, it's it. Okay, so my dog is waiting for me. Harry and John, again, like Julie and Anne. Harry and John are reading a magazine. They, okay. My parents, that means my mom and my dad, or my father and my mother, too, are working. And Mrs. Green, she is cooking. Good. So that's the first exercise where you have to complete with is, and are. Now I'm taking you to the last exercise. It's where you have to make sentences using the subject and the verb swim. Mary write, Julie and Sue clean, Gary have, Jill wash, we study, and the phone ring. Okay, now for this exercise, again, have a paper, or you can use your exercise copybook and make sentences like the first one. Take a look. John is swimming. Don't forget the present continuous. So we use the verb to be, is, are. Then we use the verb. Then we add ing. So I shall repeat. In the present continuous, we use the verb, is, are. Okay, the verb to be in the present. And then we have the verb, the main verb. Then we add ing. Okay, like swim, swimming, writing, etc. And we may come back to this for further practice. Okay, Mary is writing a letter. Notice that the E here is dropped. Okay, that means all the verbs that end in E, like have, make, write, take, bake, etc. We drop the E, we don't have it, okay, and then we put ing like here. Julie and Sue are cleaning, that's easy, the kitchen. Gary is having, so the verb have, the E is dropped again, you can't see it here. Jill is washing up. We are studying, and the phone is ringing. Except for number 1, where we double the consonant M. We have M, ing. Okay, I guess, guys and girls, that's all for today, for our lesson. I hope you liked it as usual. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and activate the bell so you can get whatever new videos I post. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope to see you next time in our new lessons. Take good care. Bye bye.